like to help you earn some more money from BNI. These are all different ways. And I would like to talk to you about an opportunity. These are different ways. Did you know there are different income strategies in BNI? I would like to talk to you about the benefits for you and your family to be a member of our regional team. I'd like to talk to you about the benefits for you and your family to be a member of our team. But this is the closing line. Whatever beginning you do, this is the closing line. Would you give me just 1 hour of your time just to listen? Because if you think about it, ladies and gentlemen, you're not asking them to come onto the team. You're just saying, could you give me an hour to listen? That's actually all I'm asking. And you've got them. I can get absolutely anybody in front of me. And I mean this, because if they say, no, but I don't want to be a director, good, I don't want you to be a director. I want you to just listen to me about the benefits. And then at least it's 1 hour, you'll know the benefit, even if it's for another time. Your goal is to get them in front of you. Until they're in front of you, selling is irrelevant. Yeah? So you're asking for an hour. Phil, I just can't find an hour. Really? You're telling me you cannot find 1 hour? No. Then how can you receive referrals? You've got them. Whatever happens, you've got them. But you've got to be convincing. You can't find an hour? How can you take business? Well, you know, I can take business. So you can find an hour. You just think ahead. Do you know there may be some fantastic benefits and you don't even know? You telling me you can't even listen to me? That might help you a little bit. You're just asking them to listen. So that's what I'm trying to help you achieve first of all. Then we'll talk about what we say. Okay? Please appreciate for the time given today. I could do an hour or two on different techniques, but the idea is to give you an example. So number one, how many core groups or directors do you need? Do you need some directors for your existing chapters? What that means is, how quickly do you need to start speaking to people? How many people do you need to talk to? By when? And then you're beginning the next phase of your business. They're not all going to be good enough. And that's why you continually recruit. Yeah? And you'll find every third or fourth or fifth person, there'll be one superstar. That's number one. You might have 6 or 7. That's number one. That's number one of my eventual 10. Because I'm going to share something with you, please, a little bit Philberg contentious. I actually said to Asato and Naoki, please excuse the way I do this, it could offend. I actually said to these guys, your members will not be your problem. I said to these guys, because then I'm going to share it with you. I said, your members won't be your problem. Your executive directors will be your problem. Not all of you, but some of you. But here's the good news, why I want to share this. This is typical management. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm now talking to you. Your members will not be your problem. Your director consultants will be your problem. So I wasn't being disrespectful when I said to Asato, your executive directors will be your problem. Because if something's going wrong in the region, that's not the members' fault, that's the executive director's fault. If something's going wrong at one of your director consultants chapter, that's not the chapter member's fault, that's the director consultant's fault. So you need to understand you might have to get them and manage them. And I've got about 20 minutes left, so I'm going to talk to you in that time about some information and how I recruit and train and motivate. So recruit, I speak to people, okay? If it's the person you want, the best technique is one-on-one, face-to-face, if it's the person you want, okay? What I have created, and I think it's one of your loose handouts, there is a loose handout that you should have somewhere. Yep. And this is, and I'm not saying this is perfect, but it works for me. This is my feedback form on every workshop we do. Every single workshop we do, that's the feedback form that we give to our members. Now, before you start getting busy and read through it all, there's only one question that I'm really interested in on that form. Only one. Because I know the answers to the other questions are generally good enough. So what's the clever question on there? And where is the question? Remember, we're looking for director consultants. I appreciate it's in English, by the way, sorry. Near the bottom, there's a question on there, and it says, would you like to know more about how the role of the BNI director or ambassador will be of benefit to you, your business, and your family? And what you'll notice is I actually moved it a little bit further up the page. And I did that with a strategy. Because whenever I finish my workshop, I literally, right, this is my old sheet. This is my old form. Because, no, it's us, it's not you. My office may have sent the wrong one. If you have a look at your form, you'll see where it says 1, 2, 3, and then underneath that, it says, would you like to know more? Yeah? Now that, thank God, I was just going to admit the mistake. That is my old satisfaction form. I haven't used this for about 3 years. All I've done, I've moved the 1, 2, and 3 to the bottom. So the question of would you like to know more actually is a little bit further up the page. The reason why is when it was like you have there, I said to members, ladies and gentlemen, fill this feedback form from top to bottom. But what they did, they got to the 1, 2, 3, and then they stopped because they saw the next question. Yes, exactly like that. So just move the question up. So now when you say, please fill this form top to bottom, they continue to write. Stupid, but boy, made a difference. Okay? Now, the beauty of this form is it doesn't matter whether they say yes or they say no. And I'll tell you why. So I receive these forms, they have to give them back at the end. Now let's say that I wanted KK to talk, I want to interview this man, but he put no. It's still easy for me, because now I can phone him up. I said, KK, did you enjoy the workshop? Yes, I did. Okay, can I ask you, why did you put no? It's easy. Why did you put no? Well, Phil, I haven't got time. You haven't got time to give me an hour. It allows me to enter the conversation very easily. Do you know when someone says no, they say no to something that they don't know what it is? He's saying no on perception. So all I'm saying to you is, the fact he's put no, I can still say, hey, KK, why did you put no? And let's talk. If he leaves it blank, I can say, hey, KK, you may not have noticed, but you left something blank. Can I talk to you? And if it's yes, let's make an appointment to have a conversation. But I manage their expectation. I am not inviting you onto my team. Do you know people buy you? They don't buy your product, they buy you. I hope you'll understand that. People buy you. If I say we are building something special, and that's why I repeat, the very, very quiet executive directors in this room, you are going to have to grow. You are going to have to grow. And don't think you can't. You can. You can. But you've got to. You invested in a BNI franchise. And you have to grow with that franchise. Yeah? So when I am talking to people, I'm looking for some fantastic people. And I want these people to be seen as business leaders in the community. And I want to talk to you because you're exactly the type of person that I want to help. Can you hear my language? I am building something special. We are going to make a difference to the community. I'm looking for some very good people, and I want to help them become more credible and visible in the community. And you are exactly the type of person that I would like to talk to. Not I would like on my team, I would like to talk to. Cool? Everyone happy? Yes. Okay. Now another technique is, I had a slight problem, a mistake really, when I designed this form, something that happened that you'll say obvious, but I missed it. So at my first workshop, we had 70 people, I gave these out, and there were about 15 or 16 people that said, yes, I'd like to know more. The problem was, 10 of them were my worst members in the region. Like, no way. But I didn't even think these bad members would say yes. I didn't realise. So, I created a group DC Ambassador information meeting. So, like we run a core group, let me tell you what being a member of BNI will be for you. It was, let me tell you about our director, consultant and ambassador opportunity. But what I did, I created a group one, because how could I say to 10 people, you put yes, but I don't want you. So I created a group so I could almost say, okay, come on, this is going to be a bad 2 hours, but let's be done. But what I did cleverly, I thought there's an opportunity here. There are 10 members in this room that are not good members. I have an opportunity to tell them about our vision. About our vision. So I didn't say, I want to grow BNI for me, I want to earn more money. It had an opportunity to change the mind of a bad member. Yeah? So it was like, ladies and gentlemen, and at the beginning, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attending our DC Ambassador information meeting. Can I manage your expectations, please? You are not invited here to become a member of my team, and I'm not thinking you are coming here saying that you want to be on my team. This is just an information meeting. I'm happy to tell you what we're doing, and you're happy to listen. And at the end, I just want a business card from you, and with the information I'm going to share, you'll put on it DC which is I'm interested in knowing more about director consultant, or you'll put on it A, which is I'm interested in knowing more about ambassador, or, and I love this one with my first name, or you put on it an X, which means I love you, Phil, and I say this to them, X, which means I love you, Phil, but I never want to speak to you about this again. Or you put which month this year we can speak again, because you're interested, but you might want me to speak to you in 2 or 3 months. And you know, with the people that do put phone me in August, I phone them and say, why August? Why not now? If you're in sales, you begin the sale. Oh, you say August. Why August? Why not now? Oh, do you know, Phil, we will be quiet in August. You know, people like you are never quiet. Let's arrange to meet now and see where it goes. You're not selling, you're fishing. Yeah? You've nothing to sell. It's an opportunity. Is it a sale or is it an opportunity? Okay, now, some of you will think, what is the opportunity? And I understand, what are the benefits? So I think I've achieved enough on this subject for a minute, but let's talk about some benefits, okay? Because I do believe that it's not easy and it's not tangible. The physical money isn't enough. But there are opportunities, particularly about exposure. So I often say to them, how many people know you? How many people know your company? And you know, most people say, oh, we are very well known. You're not very well known. I hope this translates, because it's actually quite funny in England. You are only very well known to people that know you very well. Because you're a legend. Oh, I'm very well known. I don't know you. And if you're so well known, why are you after more business? So you need to be aware of this. So there are things you can say like, look, there are opportunities of being in our team. Number one, personal development. Personal development at a much higher level. The ability to be a member of our team is like being a member of another chapter, because we meet every month. And you should, with your director consultants, you should have a team meeting every month. So I then say to them, you have free membership to be in another chapter of higher quality people. And we only meet once a month. Free membership. Because at our team meetings, we give everybody the opportunity to present for up to 30 seconds. We teach them to do one-to-ones with each other. You've joined another chapter for no more money. You have access as the director consultant to our conference, our annual director conference. This is material that will help you become an even better member and help you earn more money. If you want people to build you a core group, what I'm going to share with you now is massive. If you want people to build you a core group, tell them that BNI will put their business in front of 150 local business people in the next 3 to 4 months. Because if you're going to build a core group to actually achieve 36 paid members, you will have given information to approximately 150 to 200 local business people. So how would you like your business to be present in front of 200 local business people in the next 4 to 5 months? So are they seeing this as building a BNI group or putting their business into an opportunity for visibility and credibility while they build a BNI group? Are they going to use BNI? Or is it another BNI thing? When I did that money funnel yesterday, it's another income strategy. So again, because the one thing I want to finish on is just some management techniques of DCs, because again, more I can do, okay? I just want to share with you how I manage my DCs, and I can do this in 5 minutes. Grab your pens, get ready to write, but it's how I manage DCs, okay? You could say, can you see on the page it says 10th of the month report to be sent to me? 10th of the month report. Can you see that? It's one of the things on there, 10th of the month report. Page 5. I'm just going to share with you the information that my director consultants must send me every month. Time out for a minute. One of the handouts you have been given, please don't look for it now, because you have it. I have also given you some separate handouts of the job description for my support directors and separately for my core group directors. That is on a separate handout. So come back to me now, please. Please look up, because we have 4 minutes, okay? The information, I call it the 10th of the month report, and this is going to sound so stupid, because I want you to send it to me for the 10th of the month. On the 10th of January, I want this information. On the 10th of February, I want this information. On the 10th of March, I want this information. So just because I call it the 10th of the month report, my directors can't say to me, when do you want it? Okay? And this is the information I want you to write down, please. They must send me I'll do this quicker for the girls. What power of one do you intend to work on with your chapter next month? What power of one do you intend to work on with your chapter next month? The reason I want to know what they intend to work on next month is I can protect them if it's the wrong one. Okay? So what power of one, and guys, when you're doing your team meetings, train them with this stuff. So what power of one do you intend to work on? 2, why that one? Why? I want to hear what they're thinking. Why that one? 3, how do you intend to do it? So what power of one? Why that power of one? And how do you plan to do it? And this is so that I can coach my directors, because they might say the wrong one. Now it's a coaching call. I'm okay if it's the wrong one, but I want to train them so they understand, okay? Then I ask them, which red flag are you looking at? So if you remember one of the first things we did, what could be going wrong at the chapter if you don't see it early? And that might be something that you won't see on the statistics. So it might be they are talking too much when people are doing their weekly presentation. So it's something you can't see on the statistics. What are they working on, and how are they doing it? Okay? The last 2 things, AOB, any other business. Is there something I need to know? Okay. Any other business? Is there something else that you want to speak? What else do I need to know about the chapter? Is there something on your mind? Okay? Then the last 2 or 3 things, I want them to send me a copy of the membership committee report and the top 3 things, that they have observed and would like to help. This is okay? This is here still. All's here. So again, I repeat, what power of one? Why that power of one? How do you intend to do it? Is there anything else I need to know? A, O, B, any other business? Which red flag? I want a copy of the chapter's membership committee report. And which 3 things have you observed and would like to help them with? And then the last one, and this is such a nice way to finish, this is a lovely thing to end. I want the name of one of your members that you would like me to call as the executive director and give them a big recognition compliment. So it may be, I want you to call Masato. This man is here early every week. He's always smiling. He's got a fantastic attitude. He cannot bring the most referrals because we have Phil in the chapter. But you know, this is a good man. Just phone him. And I phone as the executive director, and this is my phone call. Masato, this is Phil Berg. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Good. Have you got 1 minute? This is a lovely call I'm making.
Oh, yes, sure.
And I might not even know him. Okay? I might not even know him. Phil Berg, Executive Director. Normally they say, hello. Have you got 2 minutes? This is a lovely call. He says, yeah. So I said, you know, reputation